first thing many of us do when we're recommended an artist is check out their page and usually listen to the most popular song because it gives a good sense about what their sound is and the type of music that they make. But sometimes the most popular song is not nearly the best or even bad at times, and here are a few examples of that. Harry Styles. I know because he's a massive artist, a lot of people automatically don't like his music. And honestly, if all you've heard is Watermelon Sugar, I wouldn't blame you. As It Was is technically his most streamed, but Watermelon Sugar has been out longer and played basically almost as much. So you've had about 6 years of hearing the same song. I think even on that project, there are better songs. Like As It Was is still like massive and overplayed to a bit, but I still like that song way more than Watermelon Sugar. I don't really like the chorus. And if I was gonna hear a song from that, I'd rather hear Golden or Lights Out or something like that. But a song I think is better on a different project is Carolina, which is on his self-titled. I think it has a more diverse vocal delivery, which gives it a more fresh feel and a really catchy refrain with an instrumental that's more timeless, so it doesn't get as annoying as quickly. So if you haven't heard that, give it a shot. Logic. Since he is my favorite artist, every time I tell someone he is, I always feel like I have to say I don't really listen to 1-800 like that. I don't claim that. Because he has way many better songs before and after it came out. Don't get me wrong, it's a good message and all, a good intention, and it statistically apparently did save a lot of lives, which is pretty cool too. Like I get it has a catchy chorus and all, but I just can't take it serious anymore. And I feel it's the same way for a lot of people that probably liked it when it came out. So in case you still think Logic is corny or trash, listen to Interstellar off of Ultra 85. It has similar messaging to 1-800 in some aspects, but it has better sound and writing and overall package. Drake. We all knew this was coming, maybe. I'll try to keep it brief though, don't worry. I don't like One Dance. I never did. I remember hearing all his songs on the radio at the time back then, around 2015, 2016, and this one was always my least favorite. Hotline Bling is still pretty cool. That song never got as old to me. But an underrated song is Star 67 off of If You're Reading This Is Too Late. It's not a similar sound or anything like that. I just like it, and I don't hear people talk about it really, so I recommend that instead. Run the Jewels. Run the Jewels has a lot of good songs to pick from. I'm kind of cheating since Legend Has It is technically their most streamed song, but Close Your Eyes is the most streamed song on Run the Jewels too, so I'm gonna count it. So I'm picking this one instead. Kind of cheating, but it's my list and I don't care. I was surprised after the first time I listened to RTJ2 and I realized that this was one of their most streamed songs, since it was honestly kind of one of my least favorite. Not bad, it just didn't hit the same way it did. Like the instrumental was really cool though. I still listen to it time to time whenever I listen to the album, but I find it more annoying than the other songs, which makes me want to listen to it less, to be honest. So songs I recommend from that album instead would be Angel Duster, Crown, and Early. All of these I think have better beats, to be honest, and still have that grimy grit that you get from the rest of the projects while still being catchy. Especially Early, that's a sleeper. Olivia Rodrigo, that's my brunette goat right there. The first time I heard her music, I only liked Deja Vu, and I never really liked Driver's License that much. But since then, I've come around a little bit more on it. I see it's catchier now. I thought it was. I just didn't like slow ballad songs as much back then, but I have more appreciation for them if they're done well. I think it's done well. It's just not my favorite song, but it's still nowhere near her best song, I don't think. Songs that I think are better on that album would be obviously Deja Vu, which is big too. Jealousy, Favorite Crime, and on other projects, Pretty Isn't Pretty and Ballad of a Homeschool Girl I think are better too. So if you, for some reason you've only heard Driver's License or Deja Vu, give the other ones a listen, might as well. They're not as popular, but they're obviously massive artists, so everything is you've probably heard it in one way or another. 24K Golden. In the big 2025, mood is played out. We can all admit we're over it, I think. And honestly, it overshadows the rest of his music because of how big it got compared to the rest of it at the time, especially the sound that was popular in 2020. But it overshadows the rest of his music that I think is genuinely good now. Not that mood is horrible, it's just like annoying now, but the rest of his stuff now has more thought into it. He still had good songs before then, but now has a different level of it. He's rebranded a bit and come back with some songs, so give I Remember and Good Intentions a try for a start. And if we are talking about songs from the era that Mood came out in, City of Angels was a better song the whole time. I think it was catchier, it had a more diverse or more interesting instrumental, and I think it was just catchy, if not, but not as annoying. Arctic Monkeys. All right, here we are. I've been waiting to say something about these guys. Their most well-known song is obviously Do I Want to Know, but I'm here to rip on I Want to Be Yours because somehow it's their most streamed. I thought it was the other one, but it is their most streamed. One of the most streamed songs of all time, actually. It's in the 3 billion now. So the I Want to Be Your Vacuum Cleaner, Breathe in Your Dust line, that alone makes it bad to me. But the instrumental is boring and doesn't really progress or go anywhere. It just kind of stays stagnant. Paired with like a slow BPM makes it very tiring to listen to, as well as his vocal delivery, which isn't very interesting and doesn't carry enough weight to make the rest of the stripped down elements of it feel full. I really don't like this song. I don't listen to it. Even when I listen to the album, I just skip it. If you're gonna listen to this album though, which does have good songs, listen to Fireside, One for the Road, or Snap Out of It. If you have video ideas, let me know about what you want to see me talk about, because I'll probably have an opinion on it. If you don't have an idea, don't worry, because I had an idea for this video right here.